Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack, this is Jthbooks, and it's time for the February TBR. Now listen, the January reading month, which will come out in the wrap up soon, I'm sure. Let's hope, a bit lazy. The January reading has gone very, very, very well. I'm very happy with myself. I'm just loving reading. So I'm hoping that is going to continue for February. Will it? Probably not. Can we hope? Yes, we can. So I've actually got 8 books on the TBR this month, plus one you're going to pick. So 9 seems a stretch, but I reckon I can do it. The reading, like I said, it's just been going so well. It's been going so well. All I want to do is watch the Great Pottery Throwdown and then read. And that to me is the perfect life. So without further ado, let's just crack on with the book, shall we? Because 9's a lot to get through. So as you know, I'm carrying on my non-fiction one a month, and this time it is going to be Bisexual Men Exist, a handbook for bisexual, pansexual, and M-spec men by Lanny Mitha. Now this is again non-fiction, and this is all about being bisexual and bisexual erasure and what it means to be bisexual in the community. Being a bisexual man isn't easy, something Lanny Mitha knows all too well. After spending more than a decade figuring out his identity, his coming out was met with questioning, ridicule, and erasure. This experience inspired Lanny to create the viral Bisexual Men Exist campaign, combating the hate and skepticism of M-spec, multi-gender attracted spectrum, men encounter, and helping others who felt similarly alone and trapped. This powerful book is an extension of that fight. Navigating a range of topics including coming out, dating, relationships and health, Lanny shares his own lived experience as well as personal stories from others in the community to help validate and uplift other bisexual men, discussing the treatment of M-spec men in LGBTQI+ places, breaking down stereotypes and highlighting the importance of representation and education. This empowering handbook is a rallying cry for M-spec men everywhere. It's nothing, I'm always willing to learn, and this is going to help me learn. I love learning. Did I like learning in school? No. Do I like learning now? Yes. Don't you kind of think you need to go to school like in your 30s when you know it's a privilege to learn? That was random, but okay. Non-fiction, sorry. And then I am going to read Sounds Like Fun by Brian Moriarty. This was kindly sent to me by Hodder, so thank you very much. This comes out on the 30th of March. See, can you see why I'm reading it in February? I could have read it in March, but I'm reading it in February. Owen is doing great. He's 27, gainfully employed, and in a long-term relationship with his boyfriend, Rich. Okay, so his best friend, Jack, is diving into yet another disastrously bad relationship, and he's going to be the one dealing with the eventual fallout. And his boss at the cafe, Rebecca, seems to have vanished, so somehow he's left managing the place. And to be honest, he's not got much else going on. But still, he's got his boyfriend Rich. Steady, sensible, and dependable Rich. That is, until his world is turned upside down when Rich announces that he wants an open relationship. Terrified of losing the man he loves, he reluctantly agrees to this new arrangement and stumbles into the world of dating and no strings fun. What could go wrong? I'm very, very excited for this one. This is told sort of in short vignettes, and it's all about dating, like in your 20s and 30s. Hello. Welcome to my life. So yeah, very, very, very excited for them. Thank you so much for sending me. Like I said, out March 30th. And next up, this is also sent to me by Hodder, and it's coming out in March. And it is Frontier by Grace Curtis. Now, I'm very, very excited for this one. It's a sci-fi, so if you're looking for a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of queer, here we go. Let's read the synopsis to you. In the distant future, climate change has reduced Earth to a hardscrabble wasteland. Saints and sinners, lawmakers and sheriff, gunslingers and horse thieves abound. Folk are as diverse and divided as they've ever been, except in their shared suspicions when a stranger comes to town. One night, a ship falls from the sky, bringing the planet's first visitor in 300 years. She's armed, she's scared, and she's looking for someone. I just think this sounds brilliant. I'm so excited for this one. Again, thank you to Hodder for sending me it. It comes out in March. Now, if you watched my last video, my 5-star prediction video, I'll link it down below. I have a little plan for these books. So watch that if you want to, but know what that plan is. Of course you want to know what the plan is. I have Paris Dalincourt is About to Crumble by Alexis Hall. Paris Dalincourt is a recipe for disaster. Despite his passion for baking, constant self-doubt has left him curdled, directionless mess. So when his roommate enters him in Bake Expectations, the nation's favourite baking show, Paris is sure he'll be the first one sent home. And yet, not only does he impress the judges and win week's one's challenge, he also catches the eye of fellow contestant Tariq Hassan. Sure, he's the competition, but he's also incredibly cute, with more confidence than Paris could ever hope to have. But when the show's vicious fanbase confirms his worst anxieties, neither his growing romance with Tariq nor his success in the competition can keep Paris's fear of failure from spoiling his happiness. If Paris can find the strength to face the chorus of hecklers that live in his brain, he realises it's the sweet things in life that he really deserves. This one's out now. I'm so ready for this one. I am so ready. I also have Love in the Big City by Sang-Young Park, translated by Anton Her. I've had this forever. I own 2 copies of it and I haven't read it. But it will be being read for the special thing. So, let's read the synopsis to you. Love in the Big City is a funny, transporting, surprising and poignant English language debut of Sang-Young Park, one of Korea's most exciting writers. A runaway bestseller in Korea, the novel hit the top 5 list of all major bookstores, went into 9 printings and was praised for its unique literary voice and perspective. It is now poised to capture a worldwide readership. Young is a cynical yet fun-loving Korean student who pinballs from home to class to the beds of recent Tinder matches. He and his friend Jae-hee, his female best friend and roommate, frequent nearby bars when they push away their anxieties about their love lives, families, money with rounds of soju and ice-cold Marlboro Reds that they keep in their freezer. Yet over time, when even Jae-hee leaves Young to settle down, leaving him alone to care for his ailing mother and to find companionship in relationships with a series of men, including one whose handsomeness is matched by his coldness, and another who might end up being the great love of his life. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. You know I love a good Korean drama. Just give it to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next up, we have A Little Bit Country by Brian D. Kennedy. Now listen. I'm a bit of a country music lover. I am. Give me Dolly Parton. Give me Carrie Underwood. Give them to me. I love them. So, I'm very, very excited for this book. Got a bookmark in. It's got a bookmark in. I didn't know that, but it's there. Emmett Maguire wants to be country music's biggest gay superstar, a far reach when you're 17 and living in Illinois. But for now, he's happy to do the next best thing, stay with his aunt in Jackson Hollow, Tennessee for the summer and perform at an amusement park owned by his idol, country legend Wanda Jean Stubbs. Luke Barnes hates country music. As the grandson of Verna Rose, the disgraced singer who had a famous falling out with Wanda Jean, Luke knows how much pain country music has brought his family. But when his mum's medical bills start piling up, he takes the job at the last place he wants, a restaurant at Wonderworld. Neither boy is looking for romance, but sparks fly when they meet, and soon they're inseparable, until a long-lost secret about Verna and Wanda comes to light, threatening to unravel everything. Will Emmett and Luke be able to get past the truth they discover, or will their relationship go down in history as just another sad country love song? Just give it to me. Just give it to me. And now this is a proof copy. It was very kindly sent me by 4th Estate. This is out on the 8th of June. This is Mrs. S by Kay Patrick. In an elite English boarding school where the girls kiss the marble statue of the famous dead author who used to walk the halls, a young Australian woman arrives to take up the antiquated role of matron. Within this landscape of immense privilege, in which the girls can sense the slightest weakness known around them, she finds herself unsure of her role, her accent, and her body. That is until she meets Mrs. S, the headmaster's wife, a woman who is the polar opposite in every way, assured, sophisticated, and a paragon of femininity. Over the course of a long, restless heatwave, the matron finds herself irresistibly drawn ever closer to Mrs. S as well, and their unspoken desire blooms into an illicit affair of electricity intensity. But as the summer begins to fade, both women know that a choice must be made. I'm so ready. I am so ready. Now this next book, I don't actually have a copy yet, but by the time I want to read it, I will. Because I'm going to get it soon. I've got one on reserve at the bookshop, but I haven't got it yet, so I will put the cover up here, and it is The New Life by Tom Crew. I'm going to have to read you the synopsis off my iPad because, like I said, I haven't got the book yet. In the summer of 1894, John Annington and Henry Ellis begin writing a book arguing about what they call inversion, or homosexuality is a natural, harmless variation of human sexuality. Though they have never met, John and Henry both live in London with their wives, Catherine and Edith, and in each marriage there is a third party. John has a lover, a working-class man named Frank, and Edith spends almost as much time with her friend Angelica as she does with Henry. John and Catherine have 3 grown daughters and a long-settled marriage, over the course of which Catherine has tried to accept her husband's sexuality and her own role in life. Henry and Edith's marriage is intended to be a revolution in itself, an intellectual partnership that dismantles the traditional understanding of what matrimony means. Shortly before the book is to be published, Oscar Wilde is arrested. John and Henry must decide whether to go on, risking social ostracism and imprisonment, or give up on the project of their own safety and the safety of the people they love. Is this the right moment to advance their cause? Is publishing bravery or foolish? And what price is too high to pay for a new way of living? I'm just ready for it. As you know, I've struggled with queer historical fiction, but I think this could be the one. This could be the one. I've heard people say it's brilliant. So, that's it. And now it's time for you, my friends, to decide. Now, these two books are calling to me. They've been calling to me for a while. And the choice is up to you. Now, first up, we have Lanny by Max Porter. I've just heard great things about this. When I bought this in the bookshop, the very handsome man, told me this was incredible. And that was a couple of years ago, and I still haven't read it, so I should listen to it maybe. But you can change that. Not far from London, there is a village. This village belongs to the people who live in it and to those who lived in it hundreds of years ago. It belongs to England's mysterious past and its confounding present. It belongs to families dead for generations and to those who have only recently moved here, such as the boy Lanny and his mum and dad. But it also belongs to dead Papa Toothwort and who has woken from his slumber in the woods. Dead Papa Toothwort is listening to them all. That was not much of a synopsis, was it? But sounds very, very interesting. Or we have the Deloriad by Missouri Williams. Now this one, I bought in a bit of a whim. I'd seen some people talk about it. I bought in a bit of a whim in foils. And of course, had it a while now, haven't read it. In the wake of a mysterious environmental catalysm that has wiped out the rest of humankind, a family descended from their incest cling to existence on the edges of a deserted city. The matriarch, ruling with fear and force, dreams of starting humanity over again, though her children are not so certain. Together the family scavenges supplies and attempts to cultivate the poisoned earth. When the matriarch dreams of another group of survivors, she sends away her daughter, Dolores, as a marriage offering, but her reappearance triggers the breakdown of the matriarch's fragile order, and the control she wields over the sprawling family begins to weaken. Gothic and strange, moving and disquieting, the Deloriad stares down humanity's unbreakable commitment to live life for better or worse. It's up to you, guys. It is up to you. I don't know what to say, but it is up to you. So that is it for the month. 9 books. I would really, really love to be able to do all 9. I really would. Yeah, I just really would. I love reading at the minute. It's my favourite thing. Maybe it's the new year, fresh start, but just January. I'm just staying in bed. And reading. And that is the way to go in life. So, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe and hit that little ding-a-ling-ling bell. Does it make that noise? I don't know. And also, don't forget to vote. Comment below and let me know which one to read. I've had so much fun with you guys voting, and you've chosen some bangers so far, so I'm proud of you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'm going to speak to you all really, really soon.